Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Pak Prabowo Subianto menjawab dengan tegas dan lugas pertanyaan dari salah satu delegasi Palestina terkait dengan bagaimana kebijakan internasional Pak Prabowo Subianto terkait isu-isu Palestina yang mungkin belakangan ini sangat marak teman-teman ya. Dan ini ditanyakan ketika forum CSIS beberapa bulan yang lalu teman-teman. Oke, tanpa perlu berlama-lama lagi, berikut videonya.
Good afternoon, Excellency Prabowo. That's my honor to see you here. I just wanted to know about the balance between your domestic policies and your international policies. Do you believe in equality of these two policies or not? And with all respect, I have another question. Could I ask?
Choose one.
Just one.
Oh, please. Okay, Pak Prabowo said so.
Would you please tell us about your policies toward West Asia, especially toward Palestine issue? During one month ago, all of us saw your country's strong stances toward Palestine issue. Would you please tell us about your policy toward Palestine? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you asked about the balance between my domestic policy and my international policy. I think this is interrelated. As I said, the more successful that we can improve the life of our people, to get rid of poverty, improve the quality of life of our people, the more stature, the more we will be respected internationally. So that is the relationship. In the meantime, we are still active. We participate in the United Nations. We are one of the strongest contributors for peacekeeping. I think we are top 5 or top 8 in the world to contribute peacekeeping operations. We are active in the Organization of the Islamic Countries. We are also active in G20. We are active in many international forums. So we will be active. We will do our best to contribute, whatever we can to contribute. About Palestine, I think Indonesia's policy is very clear. From the earliest days, all Indonesian governments support the struggle of the Palestinian people to have their own state, to have their independence. That is, I will continue this policy because that is the policy that is demanded and that is required by our people. We, as I said, we have been colonized. We understand being colonized. So we will do our best to support the Palestinian people. I've offered to send a hospital ship. I've also offered to receive victims of the fighting, the bombings in Gaza. We will have contacts with all the governments involved. And if the governments involved allow, I talked to my president. He has agreed that we can receive as many victims as needed to come to Indonesia in our hospitals. We have 110 military hospitals. All these hospitals will be open and at the disposal of the victims of the fighting in Gaza. So our policy has not changed and will not change. We support an independent Palestine based on United Nations resolutions, and I think that's the only way for a real solution to the problems of Palestine. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Prabowo. Last one, if I may. Last one from the... Yes, please be concise.
Thank you, Pak Phillips. Thank you, Pak Prabowo. My name is Andrew, researcher from CSIS, Department of International Relations. I really respect your policy on international friendship, and probably this is a question as a researcher. Sometimes you just want to go down into the assumptions, and I also am convinced by your assumptions that there would be some mutual assured destruction, which prompt many leaders to think rational. In that particular assumptions, how do you think and how do you view the biggest two example of open conflict now in the world, which is Gaza and Ukraine, and how does the way you view Gaza and Ukraine will translate into a lesson learned for our own regional flashpoints, which is South China Sea, which is already in your vision and mission document, and also another potential open conflict, which is Taiwan Strait, cross relations between China and Taiwan, and also the continuing the nuclear development by North Korea. Thank you.
Yes, I mentioned several times, I think, that you mentioned the conflict in Ukraine and Gaza. As you know, Indonesia has tried to do our part, contributing to efforts to achieve some sort of peace in Ukraine. Our president went to Kiev, and our president also went to Moscow. I also in the Shangri-La dialogue, I think was last year, I also put forward proposals for a ceasefire, negotiated settlement, United Nations involvement. So that is our contribution. In the Gaza problem, you see our president attended the summit in Riyadh, and our position is very clear. We, as I said, we urge immediately ceasefire, and we are of the opinion that there must be a political solution that will really solve the problem, and the political solution must end in a independent, viable state of Palestine. And lessons learned, I think that everybody knows, especially the leaders of these great superpowers, as I said, will know the risk of massive losses on all sides if there is open conflict. And I personally believe that rationality and self-interest will prevail. I think that is, again, my position. Indonesia, I'm convinced, is in the correct stance. I will continue the path not only of Pak Jokowi, but of all the presidents before, that we will maintain our independent foreign policy. We will not be part of any military bloc. We will not be part of any geopolitical bloc. We need to have the best relations with all partners, all countries, especially our neighbors. Neighbors, regional neighbors, and direct neighbors. Saya kira itu jawaban saya. Terima kasih Pak hadir di sini, Pak Harichan. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Pak. I think we've come to kind of the end of the time because
Nah, itulah tadi teman-teman tanya jawab dari Pak Prabowo Subianto dari beberapa delegasi dan beberapa perwakilan dari internasional teman-temannya. Dan Pak Prabowo selalu saja mendapat aplaus dan mendapat pujian dari negara lain teman-teman. Karena ketegasan beliau, karena apa ya, mungkin cita-cita beliau untuk memajukan bangsa dan negara ini sangat tinggi teman-teman. Tapi ada juga negara-negara yang mungkin sedikit kebakaran jenggot karena kebijakan hilirisasi yang selalu digadang-gadang oleh Pak Prabowo serta Pak Jokowi teman-teman. Dan ini tentu kebijakan yang kurang disenangi oleh negara-negara di Eropa ataupun di Barat teman-teman, karena selama ini mereka membeli barang mentah kita dengan harga yang murah serta kita membelinya kembali dengan bahan jadi dengan harga yang mahal teman-teman. Dan ini yang tidak diinginkan oleh Pak Prabowo Subianto. Dan tadi ada juga jawaban dari Pak Prabowo terkait dengan isu Palestina yang sangat luar biasa ya. Semoga ke depan ketika Pak Prabowo memimpin, semua cita-cita serta angan-angan beliau itu bisa terwujud. Akhir kata, bila taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.